Hello, I'm going to explain a little bit about this little project here on my dual pane window that if you focus down here on the window, you'll see, can you see the window? Okay, you'll see that these gradients in the window have, the grids they call them, have dropped. And this particular window is about a 1990 window. Had somebody get creative and damage the window. So I'm having to, I took both panes, this is the other pane here, okay, out, and they come out, let me jump in front of the camera. Okay, so we have, in between these two windows, the left and the right pane, they slide right to left, and there was a extrusion. If you don't know what an extrusion is, this is an extrusion. Can you see this picture here? Focus in on that. Okay, so how this works is it's basically aluminum. It's a lot of the new windows are vinyl or plastic, and so that fits. This piece here fits around the frame of this glass. And what I wanted to show you is if you have a problem like this where the grids have fallen, and some of them are glued and some of them may be pinned, or they have maybe an attachment inside. So I'm going to have to, this is another piece of extruded plastic or rubber that fits over. You can see there's a, can you zoom in on that? There's, can you see it good? And you can see that there's a centerpiece that's going between the two panes with a center strip in here, and it's bonded with some kind of an adhesive, okay? So this right here fits over that glass, and then this channel that I was showing you here fits over the top of that. And to get this off is simply two screws. I'll show you. Two sheet metal screws going through here, and the screw will just go, you know, just a second, just like that, okay, into the extrusion. I get the point. So you take these out and pull it, just carefully remove one end at a time and just gradually go down and remove it from the plastic, and then your glass is exposed, and this edge can be very sharp, so be very careful you don't cut yourself. So how am I going to get these grids square again and evenly spaced? Well, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and, okay, from this point to the other edge down there, measure that distance. Okay, and in this case, let's say it's 40 inches, top to bottom. Then you're going to divide that by 4, not 3, 1, 2, 3 spacers, but 4, and that'll give you 10 inches apart, just as an example, okay, of the centers, okay? And I'm going to have to poke some small holes in here and try to push up with a small tempered steel pin that I've got for doing fabric, like it's called a fabric needle, and it's about a 12-inch long, and I'll stick that in between there and push that up, and then I'm going to pin it with a small dowel. Okay, this is what they used to bond these grids in there between here. Okay, it's very gooey, tar-like material. In this case, this particular side of the window gets a lot of sun, and I believe what's happened is this material started to melt because it is like a black window, very dark window. The heat during the summer got pretty hot. These are run-of-the-mill 25-year-old windows, and over here, if you look right here, you'll see there's like a little foot there, or a stub. This is hollow. This grid is hollow, another extruded piece, and they've slipped it over this little insert here. And this just fits right over that. So what I did is I drilled a hole through here with a pin, and it'll keep it from dropping down. A small drill, and then it's just big enough to take a finish nail and pass it through here, about a 2-inch finish nail, so that it'll rest inside here, probably about that deep.
Go.
I'm going to also put some more bonding material inside here, because this is not looking good here. I'll clean that up, but I had to knock this bar down here so that it's on center, 11 inch centers. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. The glass over here, can you show this? You can see there's a gap here between the two window panes. Okay, that'll have to be filled in with some either high silicone, good quality silicone. I'd rather use silicone because I know silicone's not going to melt. This stuff's almost like a very tarry adhesive, and I can imagine if I heat this up, it'll probably get really sticky and gooey. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. Okay, it didn't take very long to take this off. Just pull it off and drill a hole through this soft material. And then what I did to knock the grid down was I have like a little furniture needle. It's hardened steel. It's pretty stiff. It's used for furniture, but you could use you know, a smaller screwdriver. There's something that goes between the panes, and you don't want to apply pressure to the glass, as you know what will happen. But you can just take and tap that down very carefully, and then the grid starts moving down again. So once you get all the grids lined up and it back installed into the house again, here's what the finished product looks like. And thank you for watching, and please do subscribe.